Like, I'm gonna start fighting with the Fudas. But yeah, you guys are gonna see like what goes down, why she's always picking a fight with me. Like, we'll get into it.
You just want to have a good, like, can we just have one good season where they just leave you
I
alone?
mean, yes, you guys, what am I doing on my off days? I'm making chicken piccata and I'm getting my ass sculpted. Like, what am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing nothing wrong. And I was just, you know what? I'm actually getting nicer with Danielle. Like, you guys will see, I'm building the relationship with Danielle now.
What else did you take away from this episode from your
Okay.
notes there,
Yes. So
Teresa?
let me look at my notes. Okay. Yeah. Then I had Rachel saying I'm trying to dig for things, like dig for old things. We talk about that. And then yeah, I did M sculpting with Danielle. And I showed my nice ass. Everybody said I got a nice ass with no pimples. So I just wanted that to be noted.
And a nice tan.
Yes, I'm not very nicely tan. Yeah. And what else do I got here? Oh yeah. And Dolores, she wasn't really in this episode, but she's back to doing realty, I guess. She's selling houses.
She's something right. So that's good. What about, you know what I noticed? No, Jackie. Jackie was not invited by Danielle. That
Yeah.
that's your new girl. You're friends with Jackie now. I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
this is gonna go down.
Yeah. So, and you saw in the van, the Sprinter van, when they was all going down to Jersey Shore, Danielle was talking about, that Jackie was nice to her. She was commenting on her outfits or whatever, and Margaret was talking about her or whatever. So, yeah, Jackie wasn't there, but you saw in the preview for the next episode, like there's gonna be the fight with Jackie
Margaret
and
just
Margaret.
shuts right. She just shuts Jackie down and says, "Let Jen talk for herself."
Like Margaret, it's funny that she's saying that because she always talking over people. Like for me, she's always saying something.
And you have alluded, you said in last night's episode, some things you can't talk about, some legal issues with Margaret. Ooh, this
Yeah, yeah,
this has us intrigued.
yeah. Are you? Yeah, you're interested? Yeah, no,
I
I
mean, yes,
can't.
Teresa, I'm interested. Yes.
Yeah, no, we can't talk about it. And they bringing up my lawyer, like Bo Deedle, like, oh my God, how many times we gonna bring this up that Louis got a private investigator? Like, it's too much. Like people are always trying to dig for stuff.
That was last season, right?
Yes, yes. And they're still bringing it up. It's like, okay, we're over it.
What about like when we didn't talk about this last week when it started and it said previously on RHONJ and they show the scene again where like John Fuda calls you a has-been. I mean, can you believe this?
No, has been, please. Like, John, I'm not even going to speak about it. Like, he's not irrelevant, but to me, I'm just like, what are you doing? Coming, it's always these people that I'm like, who are you talking crap about me? Like, really, really, you're gonna come at this, And they're always not ready for the fight that I got.
I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know. John Food, yeah, please.
Are you having a good season so far? I mean, this week
Yeah,
was a
so
little
far.
less stressful than last week, right?
Yes, yes, because the fight hasn't really gone down, but I was fighting at Jen's party, and this week was just like, me talking with Jen, and the girls haven't like really done anything yet, but you guys will see. Yeah, really, I was just focusing on Gabriella and just like going down to the shore, and yeah,
And
yeah,
Louis came with you. He was at the shore, so that's good, right?
and yes, yeah, my baby was there, and yeah, so you know what? I think he's gonna clear the air next week. He's gonna like talk to, you can see John. He doesn't want to start. He doesn't want to start like the conversation with Louis, but at the party next week, I think, yeah, you'll see it.
Wow.
No, it's crazy. Now you guys see like all these people talking behind my back and like trying to plan stuff against me. And it's like, what am I doing? Like I'm not, no, they're just worried, I think, about me with Louis, but they don't need to be worried.
Even though, Margaret makes this statement about your money and, Margaret seems worried.
Margaret is so worried, and that's why her pigtails are so short. She's too worried about stuff. Like she's just always thinking about who's this? Someone's business. Like Margaret just needs to just not. And her and Melissa, they're always like chit chatting, playing pickleball, and talking about things they don't need to be talking about.
And Margaret has her own stuff going on, so I guess she shouldn't necessarily talk, right?
Exactly right. She's always talking about someone else's family. Meanwhile, like, where is her family? Like, I'm sorry to say, but I got a big family now. Joe's got a big family now. And where's Margaret's? Where is her side? So
We
it's
don't see that.
you don't like Margaret, because she was talking about being a second wife. Like, why are you talking about that? You should not be proud that you're like the second wife or something.
Yeah. Listen, I hope we see some happy stuff this season. I think a lot of the fans don't want to see the toxic stuff anymore. I think they want a fun RHONJ. I'm not sure we're there yet, but I think that's where people want to go, Teresa.
You think they don't want any more dramas?
I think they want some dramas, but I think they want some different happy dramas for a minute, just for a minute.
Okay, yeah. So like more butt sculpting in the kitchen, like kind of
Yeah.
more of that stuff, like funny stuff. All right, yeah, yeah. I mean, look, they're gonna be a little upset because this season does get a little crazy. Maybe I flip some tables, but like there's also some good times. Like you saw. I like when we're down at the shore. It's like my second home. Like I love being down there, so I feel like we're gonna have some fun on the shore.
I think we're going to have some fun on the shore. Listen, like we're going to now talk to Andrea. Thank you, Teresa. We love you very much. We have to call in Andrea Lopez, but Teresa, next week we're going to see you back.
Yes, you guys will see me back. I'm going to be here every single week. David is so kind to invite me on here. And, I didn't blow it the first time. So we're back, baby. Yes.
And
I'm
people do love your Kristen Cavallari too. They were very, and by the way, I have requests for you. People have asked because you made a comment that you need to do it if someone has like a particular voice, that it's easier, like than a
Yes.
Melissa who speaks maybe straight. We have a lot of requests for Lisa Rinna.
You know
And
what? I have done Lisa before, but only her dancing. You guys know those dancing videos she does for her
yeah,
husband, and she's got full nips, hard nips out.
yeah.
And those are the videos that I used to recreate. But I can definitely put on that wig again and get Lisa down.
And we have some requests for Erica Jane.
Oh, Erica Jane.
She has a
Wow.
certain way of speaking.
Yes, she does. She does. No, I think we can make that happen too. I got to get like a snatched ponytail. I got to get a bodysuit. I also was potentially thinking of Melissa this season because
That would
sorry,
be great.
Melissa, but also Margaret. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Margaret because she definitely has that, like,
If
okay.
you
Okay.
want to have a Margaret, if Margaret wants to come here one week instead of Teresa, I mean, we should hear Margaret's side of things, right?
I think we should. I would be so down. I got to